The internet woke up today expecting its usual chaos, a couple messy tweets, a random celebrity argument, maybe even a surprise breakup. But absolutely nitrogen monoxide one was prepared for the emotional earthquake Chrisean rock unleashed on the timeline. 1 minute everything was normal. The next minute fans were sobbing, influencers were stitching videos. And Twitter was turning into a group therapy session after she dropped brand new photos of baby Junior, paired with a message so soft, so heartfelt, so emotionally loaded it sent people straight into meltdown mode. Because Chrisean didn't just post a cute baby pic, she delivered a storyline. A whole cinematic experience, a moment that felt like Beyoncé's maternity shoot mixed with a dramatic monologue from a Netflix finale. The lighting? Perfect. The baby adorable. The emotion stronger than the Wi-Fi it took to upload the post. And just when fans thought they were simply getting a wholesome update, Chrisean hit them with a message so personal, so raw, so soul-grabbing that even her haters had to pause mid-comment and whisper, "All right, that was beautiful." TikTok creators instantly entered narrator mode using dramatic piano music, whispering things like, "Y'all, this message is different." Instagram pages reposted it with captions like, "Motherhood fits her." Meanwhile, Twitter, the land of chaos, suddenly transformed into a sentimental candlelit vigil of supportive quotes and emotional reactions. But as always, the internet couldn't stop there. Fans began asking questions. Why now? What triggered this emotional moment? Was this message meant for baby Junior? Or was it low-key aimed at someone else entirely? Because everyone knows Chrisean never posts without intention. And this message felt like a shift, a declaration, a turning point in the storyline we've all been pulled into. And once fans started analyzing the tone, the timing, and the hidden meaning behind her words, to understand why Chrisean Rock's emotional photo drop broke the internet in half, we have to rewind back through the roller coaster timeline that led her here. A timeline filled with public heartbreaks, viral arguments, chaotic live streams, and tiny moments of softness that managed to survive the noise. Her life didn't just become a reality show. It evolved into a daily episode update that millions watched whether they admitted it or not. And from the second she revealed her pregnancy, the entire world decided they were part of the storyline. Because the moment Chrisean announced she was expecting, social media split instantly into loud, judgmental factions. Supporters celebrated her becoming a mother and praised her strength. Critics attacked her lifestyle, questioned her readiness, and predicted disaster. And the messy spectators, they pulled up lawn chairs, grabbed snacks, and treated every update like a binge-worthy Zeus Network series with no commercial breaks and no chill. As her pregnancy progressed, every moment became content for the masses. Screenshots from live streams were reposted across platforms. Emotional clips of her crying went viral within hours. Any argument she had was replayed and dissected like evidence in a courtroom. It didn't matter if she was celebrating a milestone or simply breathing. The internet always found a way to turn it into chaos and entertainment. Then came the birth of baby Junior. A moment that should have been sacred and peaceful, but instead turned into another internet battleground. Instead of offering support, social media erupted with debate, drama, and non-stop speculation fueled by Blueface's comments and the ongoing paternity conflict. What should have been a joyful chapter became a firestorm of opinions, think pieces, and arguments that overshadowed the beauty of welcoming a new life. Yet even through the chaos, Chrisean's love for her baby shined through like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. She posted videos of herself gently rocking him, laughing with him, learning how to care for him, and holding him with a softness fans weren't used to seeing. Slowly, people began witnessing a different side of her, a version of Chrisean grounded in love instead of conflict, motherhood instead of madness, purpose instead of survival. But the internet never lets peace last long. Every time she posted something wholesome, the negativity found its way back into the narrative. Critics resurfaced, judging her every move. Blueface stirred the pot with his statements, fueling public confusion. And strangers online acted like parenting experts. creating TikToks and threads analyzing her mothering before she even had a chance to grow fully into the role. Still, something in Chrisean changed. Even with everything happening around her, fans noticed she was evolving in ways people didn't expect. She wasn't perfect. She was emotional, fiery, reactive, but she was also transforming. Slowly, she stepped into her maternal side. With more intention, her posts became softer, her tone shifted, her focus showed signs of stabilizing around baby Junior instead of the chaos surrounding her life. But growth never happens without conflict. Rumors of custody battles resurfaced. Online critics accused her of irresponsibility. Blueface's mentions and subliminals added fuel to a fire that seemed impossible to put out. And every time he said something about the baby, the entire internet turned to her page waiting to see if she would respond, even when she didn't intend to. This constant surveillance created a suffocating pressure on Chrisean. Any misstep became a headline. Any emotional moment became ammunition for gossip pages. The timeline treated her motherhood like a public debate instead of a personal journey, turning her into a character they felt entitled to direct, criticize, and narrate however they wanted. So when she suddenly dropped new photos of baby Junior, everything froze. Gone were the chaotic backgrounds, shaky livestream angles, or defensive captions that people expected. Instead, she offered a peaceful, glowing set of images that radiated love, warmth, and maternal pride. Even more shocking was her message. Soft, poetic, filled with love, and dripping with vulnerability, powerful enough to silence even her loudest critics. Her words hit differently. They weren't defensive or reactive. They were reflective, heartfelt, and spoken like a mother who has fought battles nobody sees. A mother who has endured public humiliation, emotional exhaustion, and relentless judgment, and still stands firmly in her love for her child. Fans immediately felt the shift, the maturity, the pain, the hope woven into her caption. People began asking questions. Why did she choose this moment to release such an emotional message? Was she responding to recent drama? Was it connected to something deeper happening behind the scenes? Or was this her reclaiming her narrative, choosing to speak from love instead of chaos? Screenshots spread, theories exploded, and suddenly the benign photo drop became the plot twist of the week. But the detail that shocked fans the most wasn't in the picture, it was in the message. A line, a phrase, a tone carrying something deeper than the surface-level sentiment, something subtle that sent the internet spiraling into interpretation mode. And once people connected that emotional dot, everything changed. The post wasn't just a sweet mother-son moment anymore. The moment Chrisean's photos and emotional message hit the timeline, the internet didn't just react. It detonated like someone dropped a grenade in the middle of every gossip page, fan forum, and reaction channel. Twitter immediately transformed into a digital riot, with people tweeting in all caps like they had just witnessed the season finale of a drama series. TikTok started overflowing with edits of baby Junior smiling, paired with sad piano music and narrators whispering, "Y'all, she's really trying." And Instagram, it turned into a chaotic mix of healing quotes, shady comments, and fan theories that multiplied faster than rumors in high school hallways. What shocked fans the most wasn't the photos themselves, it was the tone of Chrisean's message. It felt softer, deeper, more intentional than anything she had posted in weeks. There was a heaviness to her words, but also a strength that made people stop scrolling and pay attention. For the first time in a while, she wasn't clapping back, throwing shade, or defending herself. She was simply speaking from her heart, and that vulnerability pierced through the noise of the internet like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. But of course, nothing online stays pure for long. As soon as fans started sharing emotional reactions, the messy side of the internet showed up with popcorn and speculation. Some users insisted the message was subtly aimed at Blueface, especially given the recent drama surrounding paternity claims and online comments. Others believed it was her way of reclaiming power after weeks of being publicly dragged into chaos. And then there was the last third group, the ones who were absolutely convinced the message hinted at a major shift coming soon. TikTok creators immediately jumped into detective mode, pulling up old livestream clips, stitching together past arguments, and narrating them like they were breaking down a Marvel timeline. They started connecting dates, captions, and expressions like they were solving a true crime case. Entire TikTok accounts were dedicated to explaining why this particular message felt like a turning point in Chrisean's emotional evolution. Even creators who usually commented on cooking, hair, or comedy started joining the conversation because the drama was simply too irresistible to ignore. Meanwhile, Instagram gossip pages were having the time of their lives. They reposted the photos with dramatic captions like "A mother's love hits different" and Chrisean entering her healing era, while simultaneously fueling speculation in the comments. Some pages even ran polls asking followers whether the message was aimed at Blueface herself, the haters, or simply Baby Jr. And the votes were surprisingly divided, proving that everyone saw something different in the message. But the real chaos began when fans started noticing subtle details in the photos, the background, the styling, the timing, the expressions, the mood. Some swore the pictures looked more intentional than usual, like a softer rebrand or a quiet announcement. Others noticed Chrisean looked calmer, more grounded, almost like she was preparing for a major change. And because the internet thrives on overanalysis, users spent hours zooming in, circling random objects, and claiming they were clues to her emotional state. Then came the celebrity reactions, the gasoline thrown directly onto the fire. A few artists and influencers left supportive comments, praising her growth and emotional honesty. But the real drama erupted when people noticed certain celebrities posting cryptic quotes around the same me. Suddenly, the internet decided these unrelated posts were definitely subliminals about Chrisean's message. Screenshots circulated, timelines connected, and before long, half the internet was convinced that a secret celebrity feud was unfolding right before their eyes. But nothing stirred the pot more than the silence coming from Blueface's side. Fans flocked to his page like investigators, refreshing his posts, analyzing his captions, and waiting for a reaction that never came. And because silence online is often louder than words, the absence of a response became a headline in itself. Some fans claimed he was ignoring her. Others argued he was hurt. And a few insisted he was preparing a massive comeback post that would shake the timeline again. The internet's imagination didn't stop there. Threads popped up where fans debated whether Chrisean was using the photos to send a message about independence, motherhood, or emotional freedom. Others pointed out how different she looked, softer, glowing, focused, and began theorizing whether she was intentionally shifting her public image away from conflict and toward healing. The possibilities were endless, and within hours, new rumors started forming faster than anyone could debunk them. But beneath all the chaos, something deeper was happening. Fans were emotionally connecting to her journey in a way that wasn't about drama, gossip, or entertainment. They saw a young mother navigating judgment, heartbreak, youth, pressure, fame, and emotional turbulence all at once. And her message, gentle, honest, protective, reminded people that behind all the headlines and memes is a human being trying to raise a child amid the loudest noise imaginable. Still, even in the middle of this rare moment of empathy, the internet couldn't resist turning the sentiment into drama. Some users claimed her message hinted at distancing herself from someone toxic. Others insisted it was a direct response to the newest paternity narratives. And a small but extremely loud group argued the post was symbolic, a declaration that she was stepping into her own identity, mother first, drama second. And that's when the real twist started brewing. Because while the internet was arguing about interpretations, a brand new rumor emerged, one suggesting that something had recently shifted behind the scenes between Chrisean and certain people connected to the baby. Screenshots appeared. Voiceovers circulated. Entire TikTok timelines were suddenly filled with creators whispering, "Y'all, this explains everything." As the internet kept spiraling into deeper speculation, something shifted in the emotional tone of the conversation. The initial chaos and memes began transforming into a collective realization that this moment wasn't just viral drama hit, was a genuine turning point for Chrisean rock. Fans who usually engaged in messy commentary started expressing empathy. Even the loudest critics softened their tone as they rewatched the photos and message, recognizing a young mother trying to navigate her life under the harshest spotlight imaginable. But empathy didn't stop the speculation. It only evolved. People began wondering whether this heartfelt message signaled a larger emotional shift, not just for Chrisean, but for her entire storyline. Was she stepping away from conflict? Was she reclaiming her narrative? Or was she responding to something private that had been unfolding behind the scenes? The emotional weight of the message made it impossible for fans to chalk it up as a random post. Something deeper was woven between those words. Then came the resurfacing of old conversations, moments where Chrisean hinted at wanting more stability, more protection, more positivity for her son. Fans began pulling up clips where she talked about wanting better environments, healthier relationships, and a future where baby Junior wouldn't grow up surrounded by online chaos. Suddenly, the message in her latest post didn't just look like a sentimental caption, it looked like a quiet declaration of change. That's when the internet turned its attention toward Blueface again. Fans started debating whether her post symbolized emotional distance from him. Some argued she had finally reached a breaking point after months of public disrespect, contradictions, and heated exchanges. Others speculated she was signaling a separation, not just romantically, but emotionally and spiritually, prioritizing her son in a way she hadn't fully embraced before. And this theory ignited a fresh wave of intense discussions. Yet the most intriguing shift wasn't in Chrisean or Blueface, it was in the fans. Supporters began showing up for her in ways they hadn't before. Women shared their own motherhood struggles. Former critics admitted they misjudged her. Comment sections became softer, more supportive, more understanding. It was as if her message cracked open the emotional armor people normally wear online, revealing a shared humanity that transcended the usual toxicity of celebrity discourse. Still, even moments of healing don't escape controversy for long. As people continued analyzing the emotional subtext, a second wave of rumors hit the timeline. Screenshots began circulating, screenshots allegedly showing Demi's conversations or subliminals connected to the drama surrounding baby Junior. TikTok creators whispered this explains why she posted that message, while gossip pages posted eye emojis and asked, "Is this connected?" The internet suddenly felt the tension rising again. Fans now believed the message wasn't just heartfelt, it was strategic, a symbolic move, a quiet stand. Some insisted she was preparing for legal protections, others believed she was signaling an emotional cutoff. A few even speculated she had found new support behind the scenes, helping her transition into a more centered, grounded phase of her journey. The whispers grew louder, and suspense escalated across every platform. Then, the impossible happened: silence. Chrisean didn't address the speculation. She didn't clap back. She didn't respond to Blueface or the critics. This silence was louder than any argument she had ever posted. Fans watched her page like hawks, waiting for a response, but instead, she maintained the peaceful tone of her original message. The emotional pause created an unexpected cliffhanger, making people wonder what her next move would be and why she suddenly seemed so calm amidst the noise. And this calmness scared people more than any drama. It signaled maturity. It signaled intention. It signaled a shift that might change her entire dynamic with the world and with Blueface. Even celebrities began picking sides quietly. A few subtly supported Chrisean's message about motherhood. Others posted vague quotes that fans interpreted as commentary. Each post from anyone remotely connected to the situation was studied, analyzed, and tied into the narrative unfolding around her emotional transformation. But then came the twist, the final moment that turned the entire storyline into a cliffhanger waiting to explode. A rumor began circulating that Chrisean had recently made a major decision concerning her son's future, a decision involving stability, boundaries, and long-term protection. Nothing was confirmed. Nothing was denied, but the whispers grew. Louder and louder until fans were convinced something big was coming. This rumor changed everything. Fans started posting videos saying, "Oh, she's preparing for something," gossip pages claimed. Her message makes complete sense now. Supporters commented, "She's choosing her son first, finally." Suddenly, her emotional post wasn't just about love. It was about direction. It was about clarity. It was about stepping into motherhood with a strength people didn't realize she had been building all along. And just when fans thought the storyline had reached its emotional peak, a final layer dropped, a subtle shift in Chrisean's followings, likes, and activity that hinted at boundaries being drawn, ties being cut, and alliances shifting behind the scenes. People began connecting it back to her message, saying, "This is why she sounded emotional. This is why she posted today." By the time the dust settled, one thing was absolutely clear. Chrisean Rock wasn't just sharing photos of her son. She was signaling the start of a new chapter, one that could reshape her public image, transform her emotional life, and redefine the chaotic narrative the internet built around her. Who you? If you made it through that emotional roller coaster without shedding a tear, clutching your chest, or refreshing Chrisean's page like a detective on a mission, you deserve a round of applause. Because this wasn't just a photo drop. This was a whole emotional movie, a plot twist. A season shift. A moment that had the entire internet acting like therapists, private investigators, and full-time commentary creators all at once. And the real question now is, what do you think Chrisean's heartfelt message truly meant? Was she stepping into her healing era? Was she sending a soft message to the haters? Was she quietly cutting ties with certain people? Or was it simply a mother speaking love into her child without needing the world's approval? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because reading your theories is like watching a Zeus reunion without the security guards messy, emotional, and absolutely iconic every single time. And while you're here wiping your eyes or clutching your pearls, make sure to smash that like button like it owes you child support. Hit subscribe so you never miss a storyline breakdown. And turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when the next celebrity twist shakes the entire internet. Because trust me, in this universe of viral chaos, healing arcs, unexpected shade, and emotional plot twists, anything can happen at any moment. Here at Celeb Insanity, we don't just tell the story, we break it down, dramatize it, exaggerate it, sprinkle it with sarcasm, and deliver it hotter than a trending scandal at 3 a.m.